8, the advanced query concepts. What we would be covering is like, first of all, we'll be covering is the store procedure. And within the store procedure, what we will see is like how to create the store procedure, how to alter it, how to drop it, how to execute, and what are the kind of permissions that we can grant to the store procedure, what are the dependencies, like what all dependent objects are there within that, right? And then the parameters, how many parameters you could pass to the store procedure, whether it could be input or an output parameters. Then the third type is like the returning a data from a store procedure. How can we return the data from a store procedure? Then the fourth kind is like the recompiling. How can we recompile the store procedure? Okay, and then the renaming of the store procedure, that we will see. Then we will see the exception handling. How can we manage the exceptions occurring from the store procedure? So that's it. Let's just start getting into it. Thank you. All right, so let's just start with the module number 8.1.5, renaming a store procedure. So in this, like basically, there are few points that we need to remember while you rename the store procedure. The first point is to note is like the store procedure names must comply with the rules for identifiers. Rules for identifiers meaning like the way you can rename a store procedure or the database objects. That rule you need to identify. In case you would like to know further on to the how you can identify or how you can define the identifiers, that rule related link I'll be posting in the channel under this video, okay, so that you can refer to it and go from the Microsoft documentation for that. Apart from that, like there is a second point, renaming left the object ID of the object as is, whereas drop and recreate would create new object ID. So basically what it will do is like when you do the renaming, it just renames the object, but it doesn't change the original object ID located in the particular, that system tables. So system modules basically. So in that case, it still refers to the old object ID. Unless and until you drop and recreate the object, it may not be created as new. Okay. So that thing to be remembered. Like anytime you try, the best practice whenever you do that, like drop and recreate removes the existing permission as well. Okay. In addition to that, there is an additional permission related issue as well. In case you drop and recreate, the object specific permission whichever you have granted, that will also be removed. So after you drop and recreate, you need to again grant the permission to the object. Okay, so 2 points to remember. One is to remember like the original object ID. If you want it to be created newly, then try to go with the drop and recreate, but you need to set the permission again. Okay. Then the third point is like rename can't update the object name in the definition column of the SQL modules catalog view. So basically when you just rename, you might feel like, yeah, I just renamed the database object, so everything is fine. But no, it's not that. In the backend, it is just still referring to the old ID from the system. So you need to go to this and see, like if you want to verify, then you may understand like, yeah, it is still referring to the old one. So best practice is to use the drop and create approach rather than just renaming in an object. Okay. Now the fourth point is like you can rename can cause the dependent object fail. Because you just change the name, right? It's not implemented everywhere. Like whenever you just rename a store procedure, it doesn't go and replace each and every places wherever it has been used, because there are a couple of other places where like you might have a master procedure which might be giving a call to the sub procedure, or maybe giving a call to the same procedure which you just rename, and it just changes the name of a particular object. It doesn't go and change each and every object of the or each and every references of the object. Okay, for that reason it becomes difficult, and rest of the objects will fail in that case. So rename, I would recommend like very least chances are there, like you might need to do that, but if at all you have to make it, then please keep these things in mind. Like wherever the references are used, you need to go make sure and update those all references. Okay, otherwise it will become stale. All right, so now there are two ways you could rename a store procedure. One of them is the as through the SSMS, which is this. So go here in the SSMS, you connect to the database, and then you go to the programmability under your specific database. Go to the programmability, go to a store procedure branch, pick a store procedure which you want to rename, right click over it, and then do the rename. Okay, so say like I want to give it a name called all student result, rather than just get students. Okay, I just want to make it like this, so it's just done. Okay, nothing like a normal like a folder renaming, how you do the same kind of SSMS provides the facility. So that is one of the way that you could do. So here it will just do it for you. Now if you would like it to be renamed via script, or say like a system command, okay, the system store procedure. So how you could do is like there is an alternative way. Use it with the execute command with the store procedure name sp system store procedure sp underscore rename. Use the existing store procedure name in the single quoted value, and then comma, then give it the new name without schema. So just change the name of the procedure, not changing the schema. So just give it the name and then semicolon, say go. So it will just go and do the renaming of a store procedure. Okay, wait a minute. Let me just change this database to LearningDB. Otherwise, it may not refer to it. All right. So yeah, see, caution. Changing any part of an object name could break the scripts and the store procedures wherever it has been referred, right? Because you just rename. So everywhere it may not know like you change this particular object name. And also we wanted to check one more thing is like sys module view, right? So let's just see. Start from sys modules. So from sys modules, we get to know that, see, we just renamed it, but still the definition is referring to the old store procedure name. Got it? See, here if you just go and refresh, you see that your object name is updated with the new name, but still the definition of the object is still referring to the old name of the store procedure. So let's just open up and see. Here it is showing you, but in the sys module, here in the definition of the view, basically sys SQL modules, it is still in this catalog view, it is still referring to the old definition of the object. Okay, if you open it from the SSMS, it will still show you the latest one, but then from the sys view, if you just run to see, it will continue to display the old object name. Did I mix anything here? Okay, let me just run again. Yeah, so see, again it still refers to the old name, right? As we say it rightly here in this rule, that it cannot update the object name in the definition of the object. So best practice is to do and recreate. So now let us just try doing the drop and recreate. Okay, so what we will do, we'll drop this store procedure. I'll drop it. Okay, so it's dropped. Let's just verify it whether it is dropped or not. Okay, so it's gone, right? And now let us just recreate it. I'll just say create or alter. Okay, so then it will be so let's just execute. It's just created, right? So now let us just do the refresh over here. See, the object is created, fine. And now we will verify going back to the SQL view, the sys modules view, and now we should see which name. We should see the updated or the latest name, right? Okay, so just go and see to it. Fine. So see, there is a updated name that you can see, right? So that's the benefit of it. And there was a weak side of renaming a procedure. Ideally, see, it depends like whether you may need to use this SQL modules at all, it's up to you. Maybe if it is being used internally for other object references, in that case only it may affect, but most of the cases it won't. But still, for an understanding sake, like you need to have clarity that how and where it gets affected, right? So you may know, like if at all, like if you change the entire object or the system objects, then relevant object definition or something you might pick up. Maybe sometime you may take the backup from the backend and take the change something from the backend store procedure. So in that case, it will mess up the database, right? So yeah, that's it for this module to show. Yeah, thank you.